There's many stories along these lines. The one I really wanted to share with you, I call it the haunted house story. It has a really good ending. When I was bussing tables, actually at this time I was a waiter at Olive Garden, one of my friends was a waitress, and she said, "Jason, can you come do a spiritual cleaning in our house?" And I go, "What do you mean?" And she says, "Well, there's something going on in our house." And I go, "Well, what?" She goes, "Well," she says, "come over and you'll find out." We went over to the house. When we walked into the house, we could just feel that it just didn't feel right. Like it felt just like creepy. When we started praying through the house, there started being lots of noise from the kitchen. There was my coworker, her mom, and that's it, and me and a friend in the house. Out of the kitchen, we heard a lot of noise, like bam, 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 bam. We turn on the lights. With my eyes, I witnessed the most crazy thing that looked like it would have been out of like a movie. The cupboard doors are slamming all by themselves. The refrigerator is moving back and forth in the corner of the room. We ended up getting spatulas and wooden spoons and putting them between the door handles on the cupboards just so they couldn't move so far because it was so loud. We start going through the house. And I remember my mom doing this, so I didn't know what I was doing. I asked the lady if she had any olive oil. So we get some olive oil. We're just putting oily crosses like everywhere we can find. I'm going into bedrooms. We're seeing pictures turning on the wall, like just in front of our eyes. We're putting on worship music. We're praying as loud as we can, but nothing's changing. When we go back into the living room and we start praying some more, and out of the kitchen comes fruit starts flying at us, like tangerines. It starts getting thrown at us from the kitchen, and we're like dodging fruit, praying. And I'm thinking, okay, Lord, I asked to see some things from the seen and unseen realm. I was like, there's definitely some paranormal activity going on here from an invisible entity, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Were you
Right?
scared?
So weird. I could feel fear in the atmosphere, but I couldn't feel it in here.
That's
I
amazing.
felt peace, but it's weird. On the outside,
That's
you
awesome.
could feel it on the outside, intimidation, fear. But inside, I had no fear on the inside. It was really cool. That was a good question. We asked the lady, when did this all start happening? And the mother said a couple weeks earlier, she got a photograph from her wedding. And she told us how her husband had tried to kill her. Wild story. So they had been divorced many years. He cheated on her, and then he tried to kill her to go with this other woman. She didn't die. He ends up going off to jail. A couple months ago, he died in prison. And somebody found this picture and they mailed it to me. Okay, well, I'm not a rocket scientist, but there's a connection between this picture somehow and all this weird activity in the house. So we asked the mom if she has ever forgiven this man, because we've come to find out over the years in Matthew 18, unforgiveness can be such a powerful doorway to the enemy and dark things. We don't want to have unforgiveness in our heart. She said she had never forgiven him. And she says, we've been divorced for so long, why would I? And then again, I took her to Matthew 18. This lady was a Christian. She was a Catholic Christian, but she didn't know that because Christ forgave her, she also needs to forgive. So she agrees to forgive this guy, even though he's dead. We just lead her in a basic prayer. And we said, like, in Jesus' name, I choose to forgive this person, and I release this person from all punishment. I let him go free. The second she did this, Heidi, the house goes quiet. Just quiet. The peace of God comes in. It's like, and you could feel just a cleansing. The house, all the noise that was in the kitchen stopped. Everything went silent. And we're like, whoa, if whatever it was, it just cleaned the house. That forgiveness. So then we asked this lady, we're like, is there any effects in your body? She was stabbed many times. She says, yes. She says, since that time, she has not been able to lay down on the floor, and she can't get up and down because of the wounds that had happened to her body. She sleeps in a special bed. She's never taken a bath since that time. She only can stand up, be upright in a shower. So we said, okay, because you forgave him, that we're gonna pray that there'll be no lingering side effects of this trauma also and this abuse. So me and my friend just laid hands on her, and we prayed that she's set free. And we said, can you try to do something? And she says, well, I can't get on the ground and back up. But she says, I'll try. So she gets on her knees, and then she lays flat on the carpet. She gets back up, stands up, looks at her daughter with excitement. She gets up and down several times. It's just awesome. And so we're celebrating the Lord.
Amazing. So amazing.
About 2 weeks later, my coworker comes to me at Olive Garden. She goes, you won't believe what's happened to my mom. She's taking baths. She can sleep on a normal bed. She says she's joined a Zumba class, and now she's running. And she says, my mom has her life back.